Hi, grade 1. We're going to be working on time again today, and we're going to be working especially with time to the half hour, but also some with time to the hour, so you're going to have to know both of them. And the first thing that we're going to be looking at is how to write this time on a clock. So this is 4:30, 5:30, which is the same as 5:30. 4:30 is the same as 4:30, 1:30, or 1:30, 10:30, or 10:30. So these are all the same in that the minute hand has to be pointing at the same number. So the minute hand, remember, is long, and it's going to be pointing at the 6. So for 4:30, or 4:30, the hour hand has to be halfway past the 4. Halfway past the 4, not at the 5 yet, 4:30. Halfway past 5:30 or 5:30, so the minute hand is still pointing at the 6, and the hour hand has to be halfway past the 5. Halfway past the 5, because remember, the hands on a clock always go in that direction. 1:30 or 1:30 means the hour hand has to be halfway past the 1. Or 10:30 or halfway or 10:30, the hour hand has to be halfway past the 10. 10:30. All right, those are the things that we did last time, and today we're going to be talking about what time is it going to be, and almost always today we're going to be doing 1 hour later. So if we're going to have 1 hour later, wherever the minute hand is on the clock is where it's going to be 1 hour later, because a clock, the minute hand goes around one time in 1 hour. So if the minute hand is at the top, 1 hour later, it's still going to be at the top. Wrong thickness. All right, this is 7 o'clock. So 1 hour later is going to be pointing at the 8. Or you could just do 7 plus 1. 7 plus 1 is 8. So 1 hour later than 7 o'clock is 8 o'clock. And remember, when the minute hand is pointing right at the 12, then the hour hand is going to be pointing right at the number. All right, 1 hour later. All right, now the minute hand is pointing at the 6, and in 1 hour the minute hand will go around to the exact same spot. So it takes 1 hour for the minute hand to go all the way around one time. So if it starts at the 6, 1 hour later it's still going to be at the 6. If it starts at the 9, 1 hour later it's going to be at the 9. If it starts at the 2, 1 hour later it's going to be at the 2. But, now we're at the 6, so 1 hour later, still at the 6. Here, it's in between the 7 and the 8, so it's 7:30. What's 1 more than 7? 8. Halfway past the 8, which is, you could also do 8:30. So today in your math book, you're going to be doing 1 hour later almost all the time. Here we have, might be easier for you to actually do the time. Because it's really easy to see what 1 hour later is. So this is halfway past the 1, 1:30. And if we're going to go 1 hour later, the minute hand is still going to be at the 6. It's not going to be halfway past the 1, it's going to be halfway past the 2. Halfway past the 2. So it's going to be 2:30. This is the hour, remember? So 1 more, 1 hour later, it's going to be from 1 to 2. here we have the minute hand is still at the 6. That looks like an hour hand. And it's halfway past the 8. So it's 8:30, half past 8. 1 more than 8 is 9. Or, you look, it's halfway past the 8. Now it has to go halfway past the 9, 1 hour later. Here we have the minute hand is still pointing at the 6, so it's half past, or 30. The hour hand is halfway past the 5. So if you do the time, it's not that. 5:30. What's 1 more than 5? 6. So 1 hour later is 6:30. Or halfway past the 6. So halfway past the 6. Or, you could try doing, let's go there. What's it going to be like in 2 hours? So instead of going 1 more than 5, you need 2 more than 5. 5. So you grab the 5, count 2 more. 5, 6, 7. 7:30. So instead of halfway past the 5, halfway past the 6, halfway past the 7. Or, we can make it harder. How about 4 hours later? What's 5 plus 4? Grab the 5, count 4 more. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or, count. Halfway past 5, 1 more, 2 more, 3 more, 4 more. You get the same thing. 9:30. My hour hand is way too long. That's what we're doing today. So 6:30 or half past 6, half past 11 or 11:30, 5:30 or half past 5. What's it going to be 1 hour later? 1 more than 6 is 7. So half past 7 or 7:30. Half past 11. What's 1 more than 11? 12. 12:30 or half past 12. 1 more than 5 is 6. 6 here? No. 6:30. The only one where it gets tricky would be, what would be 1 hour later than 12:30? Because 1 more than 12 is 13, but 1 more than 12 is not 13 on a clock. 1 more than 12 on the clock is 1. So 1 more than 12:30 would be 1:30. It works the same way for 1 hour ago. But instead of going plus 1, we have to go take away 1 because it's 1 hour ago. The minute hand, 1 hour ago, will still be at the same spot. The only difference is, instead of saying, so this is halfway past the 3, so instead of going 1 more, we have to go 1 less. And that would be 1 less than 3 is 2, so 2:30. So you have 3 pages today. On the first page is all going to be 1 hour later. You swim for 1 hour. What time do you finish? So the first clock says it's 8:30. What time is it 1 hour later? 1 more than 8 is 9, 9:30. So you have to write all the times, but you also have to write the time on the clock. And just like before, if you say 1 hour later than 8:30 is 9:30 and you point the hour hand right at the 9, you are wrong. You cannot do that. It has to be halfway past the 9. All of these are half past. So 5:30, what's one more than 5:30, 1 hour later? 6:30. So you can't do both hands pointing at the 6. Has to be 6:30. This is also 1 hour later. This is where the people start. You have to do 1 hour later and write the time. And the last one is a little bit different. Will Jake be finished by 6 o'clock? You have to write yes or no. So you have to think. You have to add, this is where it gets a little bit different. Here you have to add 2 hours. Here is 1 hour. Here is 2 hours. So Jake starts at 4, plays for 2 hours. Where does he end up? He starts at 4:30, cooks for 1 hour. Where does he end up? Rides his bike at 4:30, rides for 2 hours. What time would he end up? Is he going to be done by 6? Maybe you need some help on this page, but that's it for today.